This morning's podcast is all about the Brookvale Master Plan and proposed changes. Hot topic, stay tuned.
I'm the ringleader, so listen up.
Wow. I must say, guys, never, ever have we had a post that has gone so viral so quickly with so many comments as when we put in some information for the community about the proposed Brookvale Master Plan. We've been absolutely bombarded, haven't we, Burge, with questions. We're not here to address those questions because we just simply don't have answers for you guys at the moment. But we do want to just talk a little bit more about that proposed master plan and some of the concerns that the community has, and they're justified, aren't they?
I think it's great when you've got a post have such high interaction from the community and locals to really get an understanding of what their concerns are, what they love, what they don't love. And I think some of the biggest repeating comments we're seeing is around the infrastructure, parking would be a big one. Also,
Transport's been massive. Like, the community are wanting to know more and more about transport, as you said, which is obviously, infrastructure, hospitals. Like, this is what the community is asking from the vast majority of the questions and comments that we can see. How is that area going to cope when people already feel like it's bursting at the seams?
And the
community
overall
doesn't really want such big high-rise development.
Well, that's the thing as well. The overall community vibe, like everybody loves their little town center, their precinct, the vibe of their community. And you're looking at these changes, and it is a dramatic change. You're going from potentially the tallest building at the moment is 3 stories, and you're now talking about 39 stories across multiple buildings. So it's a dramatic change. Like, they're valid concerns for someone to be like, I bought in Brookvale or the Northern Beaches to get away from the North Sydney city life of all the high rises. And now they're thinking about doing it here as well. So that's a big point where we're seeing across.
That seems to be, where what a lot of the comments that are coming through are saying. And, also, I'm surprised how little people actually did know about this.
Yes.
I genuinely are. And I was saying actually to you, Michael, and also to Mark the other day, where is the community getting the information from? Like, I feel like for you guys, it's quite hard for you to get your hands on this kind of information. So we're going to keep you updated as best we can. We're actually going to be attending a forum next Sunday exactly on the Brookvale Master Plan. And rather than speculating, guys, we're going to bring to you factual information as best we can as it comes to hand. And we'll continue to update you on this because, as I said, in the history of our business, we've never, ever had so many people reach out to us. I think we've had about 250,000 interactions just on our social media alone. My goodness.
That's where you really understand people are very interested on the topic where, I never really share anyone's content. But when I do, it's very important to myself, or it's very, valid information I know my community will want. And the amount of shares that post has gotten, you can really tell that people are wanting information. Another big point people are talking about is the affordability. And I know where it sometimes can be a little, you always hear the argument for development is to make things affordable. Now, I always battled with this concept where, for boarding houses, for example, which is a unit block where typically you couldn't do a unit block. It was under the low cost affordable housing scheme. But those units that were built within that development become the most expensive studios. So it's well, how is that affordable? Now, until I looked at it this way, where cars are a good analogy. Now, the latest model Toyota, for example, doesn't get cheaper until the brand new model comes out. So a lot of people go, well, what's going to be affordable in this Brookvale high rise? And it goes, that's not the necessarily the point to have this new development being the affordable, but it will definitely make the older model properties more affordable because it's just simple supply and demand.
Yeah.
So I think affordability is a
Can
big
I
point.
just ask you as well, like when we talk about this Brookvale master plan, and listen, guys, understand it's a master plan. It's not. There's nothing
Yes, it's not
approved.
approved. It's not
I
locked
think
in.
I think that's the important thing here. It has not yet been approved. It is a proposed master plan. But Michael, what does that rollout look like? Like, what are we talking about? Are we talking about this could be potentially something that could be built in the next few years, or
Yeah.
what have you been reading?
So, like the Brookvale master plan's been going on for 15 years, as long as I've been in real estate, especially doing a lot of commercial. Like I had leases, owners a couple 15 years ago not wanting to do long leases on their shops
Right.
because there was talks of being high. This has been going on for a long time. But of this Brookvale master plan, 3,000 proposed units, 1,400 of them, it's almost done in two plans. Now, one of the developments is Warringah Mall. That's sort of separate to the council plan. Now, we could see the Warringah Mall built or start construction within 6 months. That's state government because it's part of the LMR precinct changes.
Right.
So that could happen now. It could be done. That's still in the works, but you may not see anything as early as 6 to 12 months. Now, the other changes where a lot of people are talking about is like
All the big high rise
yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Well, Westfield is still the 39 stories, 4 towers, but the council part of this master plan is from basically Chemist Warehouse all the way up to like 99 bikes on the corner
Right.
of Pittwater Road.
Okay.
So if you're looking, that's Winbourne Road where Macca's is on, down to like the bus depot, Chemist Warehouse.
Yeah.
So that strip of properties. Now it's at your, I think as soon as 6 months, it could be like formally approved, but it could also, if there's enough talk and enough public pressure to change stuff, it could go back to the drawing board and it's a couple of
Right.
years away.
Okay.
But we are at the tail end because the council, up until the last year, they were never talking 25 stories. They were only talking like 7 stories, but off the back of Westfield's 40 stories,
Right.
39 stories. Now the council have gone, okay, well, if they're doing higher, let's do something to match it.
Yep.
And also they've looked at considering, at one stage they thought about sort of rezoning a couple streets like Dale Street, Green Street near Westfield to go from industrial
Yep.
to residential and have a higher height. But it looks like what they've said is let's do less streets. So we only affect Pittwater Road and Roger Street effectively, but we're going to do higher buildings.
And I think, and as I said, guys, we're talking about the proposed Brookvale master
Yeah.
plan, where we've never, ever in the history of our business had so many comments
Yeah.
about anything, actually. It's obviously it's a very contentious issue. There seems to be not a huge amount of information out there for the community. And so we are going to continue as best we can updating you guys on what we're hearing, what we're seeing on the ground. We are, as I mentioned earlier on, we are going to be attending a forum next Sunday. We're going to be attending that. We're going to gather some more information for you guys. And also, I think that the hard thing is, Michael, a lot of people, often the information will come out. I mean, you're a
Yeah.
commercial agent, I'm a residential agent. We can understand this information, but I think for the, for people in the community, they can't really, they struggle to get their hands on the information sometimes and then to comprehend what it actually means. So we're going to break it down for you guys as best we can. We're going to keep you updated on any progressions that we hear as well.
And if there's anything specifically you want to
Yes,
know, message us,
there's
call
so
us.
many. Look at
Yeah.
guys, we've had thousands of questions come through from the community, and we just simply have not been able to get back to everyone. The easiest way is we're going to continue to update you here through our social media channels as best we can. But yeah, I think the big things that are coming out from the community are the roads are already busy, the beeline's already busy, the hospital systems are busy. You know, where are people going to park? It seems to be the same questions over and over.
Yeah.
And, you know, a lot of the
Very
community
valid.
are saying that they just don't want this high rise.
Yeah.
The reason they live on the northern beaches is because they're not in areas like Chatswood and
Yes.
Parramatta that are high density areas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Stay tuned.
See you guys.
Thank you.